Hi, on today's episode of Get Your Life, we are talking about purpose and passion and the journey to fulfilling your dreams. If you have ever been stuck, ever been confused as to what direction you should take or what's your passion, I tell you, recommend that you watch this episode all the way to the end. We have Crystal Sawyer, the Lady of Harp Academy, and she's going to tell you all about getting her life and her journey. So, welcome to the show, Crystal.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. I know you have your own academy. I know you are playing the harp and teaching music, but how in the world did you get to the point where you knew music was your purpose and your passion?
In middle school, I was accepted to a magnet school. So everyone around me was in a practice room. So I was just immersed in music, all sorts of musicians. And I'm seeing everyone playing their instrument and they're practicing and they're working. And I went, oh my gosh, I want to do that too. I have to get in the practice room. And I knew from then that music was going to be a very significant part of my life.
So awesome. So you were immersed, you were around musicians. Was it a hobby first and then you got to the point where you wanted it to be a career, or what was the progression?
I don't know if I would refer to it as a hobby. It was more like a class that was a part of my schedule.
Mm.
I had private lessons in elementary school, and then it was a significant part of my curriculum in middle school. So I never saw it as a hobby.
Awesome. So did you play different instrument in middle school? What was your instrument?
So as a child, I studied the piano. Then I went on to organ and cello, even ended up in the percussion section for a time. Roundabout freshman year of college is when I encountered the harp.
So what was it about the harp that made you want to study and practice and learn the harp?
It was different. It's big, it's rare, has beautiful colors, and the sound is quite captivating.
How different was it to learn the harp versus the piano and percussions, and what was different about learning the harp?
I think the sound, it was it was the sound for me. It had a different sound that wasn't something I was hearing every day.
Awesome. So that feeling, the sound and the feeling and the bigness and the difference made you want to play. Do you find that instruments scare people?
People sometimes say something along the lines of, "Oh, I don't like the organ. That's an old instrument." They have these preconceived notions about certain instruments. I wouldn't say a fear, but they've encountered some sort of experience where an opinion is formed that may push them away from that particular instrument versus another one.
Did you experience that? Because like you said, it's different, it's rare. It's not something that we see African Americans playing that often. Um, did that make you even think I want to give it up, or did that make you run to it? What was it that kept you moving in that direction? And then did people tell you not to?
No one ever told me not to do it. I wouldn't have listened anyway.
So you loved it that much. So was it once you started to play it, that was it just a feeling? I know you said the way it sound, but if somebody told you not to do it, why wouldn't you not do it knowing that it is rare? What was the feeling? What was the moment? What was the journey to that point?
I've always had support with music. Someone always appeared with that next nugget of knowledge, or hey, try this, or here's this opportunity. In particular, when you have a private instructor, that's almost like a second mother. My private teacher in particular was, if my parents went out of town, I was staying with her. This was in
Wow.
college. She would cook for me a lot. I would go to rehearsals with her. I was seeing the entire world. So I would say it was the support, really. I had supportive parents. My father was driving me back and forth to rehearsals, taking me to lessons. My mom is sitting there buying me gowns for my performances. This was a full-scale production.
Wow. So that is important to have. We always talk about mentors. Somebody mentored me, somebody helped me to move along. And I love what you said, support, because it's hard to to go through all these classes and have all these instruments aren't cheap either. So thank goodness you had some people willing to pay for the outfits and pay for the instruments. So um after you played the harp in college, what made you continue on? Sometimes we do things in college and we give up. What made you continue on beyond college?
I was performing. The harp opened up a whole new world for me. I started seeing different people, different walks of life, different cultures, different religions, different everything, culture, and it was very interesting versus what I was seeing before. It wasn't quite as grand. With the harp, it was a brand new key for a brand new door. It was
Amen.
exciting.
I like that. A brand new key for a brand new door. So, what made you make it an academy?
A few years ago, I was sitting in a school cafeteria and I watched in horror as an insensitive presentation took place on the stage. It took me 24 hours to process what I had just seen. And I complained and I reported and I received apologies. I had to take time out from the world because I couldn't deal with it at all. And some friends contacted me and I told them what happened. And many of them said, I want to thank you on behalf of our children for saying something. But at the end of the day, nothing had really been done. And I said, okay, if you're this upset, if you're this angry, what are you going to do? And I said, well, one day I'm going to face my ancestors and they're going to ask me, what did you do about this specific situation? I intend to have an answer. So between my knowledge of grants and music education, I said, I have to do more. I don't have a choice. And I was tired and overwhelmed at that point. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. Called a friend. I need to do something. I think I need to form a nonprofit. Will you help me? Yes. And she took care of everything. Now, mind you, I didn't do anything with it for the first couple of years, but it was just sitting there waiting, just a seed. And then I think about 2 years ago, people started calling me, will you teach my child? Can you teach my child? Can you teach my child? Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, I have to form a recital. Oh my goodness, let me apply for this grant. Oh my goodness, they gave me the funding. Oh my God, now I have a
You
workshop.
gotta do something.
Fortunately for me, before any of this happened, round about the time of the pandemic, I was getting a lot of calls for orchestral work. Okay, it's great. I need a coach. I need somebody to hold my hand. I need somebody to adopt me. So I remembered this wonderful harpist that taught in Orlando. I drove up there to have a lesson with her. I said, I wonder, I wonder if she'll adopt me. So I called her. She set up a Zoom and everything. How can I help you? What's going on? I said, this is the situation, and well, I was wondering if you have room in your life for me. Can you adopt me?
I love that.
and she welcomed me with open arms. It was one of the best things I could have done in my life. And if I could say one thing to anyone doing anything, always have a mentor. There is someone that knows the road ahead. There is someone that has already walked in your shoes. There is someone that can look back and tell you, hey, do this, hey, try this, and will be there to support you. Last year, when I had that workshop from my academy, I contacted her and said, I want you to come to Miami for the workshop. Will you come? She picked up the phone and said, yes, which flight do I need to book? And she was here for 3 or 4 days. She's tuning harps. She's putting kids where they need to be. She's directing traffic. She even ended up teaching a song in the middle of the workshop because she got so excited. But putting all of that together, she has been a major focal point on this side of my harp journey. And I could not ask for a better person.
I love it. So as you gave us your journey, I love the fact that you ask. A lot of times we don't have because we don't ask. All she could have said was no and maybe put you along the way to the next person. But thank goodness she said yes. But I hope people listen to what you said. Ask for what you want and need, and get your business together. You're not the only person that said also that they started the business, but they didn't actually do anything with it until the first year or two. The other thing I want people to know is that you said that you saw something and it made you do something. And so I want to play a little game with you. And it's called Get Your Life Theater. So I'm going to say something and then you tell me how you would defend this. Because this is what happens when you're trying to live your dreams. You have naysayers. So, Crystal, why do you want to be a harpist? I don't know anybody that's a harpist, and I don't think you're going to make any money as a harpist. Most musicians, it takes them years before they actually can pay for the things they need, like a car, an apartment, and a house. And what would you say to that?
I would say to that, there is more than one way to be a musician. There's more than one pathway to being a musician. Not all musicians look alike. Not all musicians do the same thing.
So, okay, they look different, they sound different, they act different. How are you going to pay your bills and play music?
Work.
I love it. I love it because you will find a lot of people on the way to living their dreams. They do work. We have bills to pay, so we work. And that does not mean we can't work and work on our dreams at the same time. So, what made you come with the Lady of Harp Academy? Where did you get the name? Where did you get the thought for? I know you said you wanted to start a business, but a lot of times people get caught up on the name, on the legalities. What made you give it that name?
I already had my performing company, Lady of Harp, which I started in college with my father. So when it came time for the nonprofit, I had no idea what I wanted to call it. The person that was doing the nonprofit paperwork suggested, you already have Lady of Harp. Just call this the Lady of Harp Academy. There is no need for you to go out and reinvent the wheel. It's already there. Thank God she said that to me because it just made everything a lot easier.
Awesome. Awesome. So there's another tip. Don't reinvent the wheel. If you already have something, add something onto it. If you have a company, all you have to do is put Inc. at the end, or you can put LLC at the end and things like that. So I love it. So, I see that you also help and love helping underserved communities. We live in a culture in the world where even nonprofits are looking for the dollar and looking for the next big thing. And we know that often serving the least and the left out and the lost, people say you don't make any money or you're not making a difference. What keeps you focused on helping the underserved learn about music?
Who else is going to do it?
I love it.
If I don't do it, who else is going to fulfill that need?
Yep.
I have the background, I have the training, I know how to do it. Why not?
Why not? I like that question. Why not? Whom shall I send? Who is going to do it? Oftentimes, I find we're waiting. I don't know who we're waiting for, but like you said, who is going to do it? So I would ask you, and I often tell people, living your dream is not often a straight line. It's not often where everything falls into your lap. What did you do when you faced some obstacles or some tough times of being in business or living your dreams?
Picked up the phone and called my mentor. That's
I
why
love
she's
it.
there.
I love it. I love it. So, when you felt like it's too hard, you called your mentor. Did you do any like research? Did you look on social media? Did you do anything else besides, I mean, calling your mentor is great. Not all of us have a mentor. So, what else? What else can you think of that we can do?
I like to operate under the opinion that a girl needs options, many options and resources, as many as you can possibly hold. As a matter of fact, it's better if some are falling out of your hands. Business in particular is too difficult to do by yourself. You need to talk to other people. I have quote unquote business besties. Hey, are we going to coffee on the 3rd of the month? Yes. Hey, you going to that event? Yeah, I'll meet you there. In particular, something that has helped me a great deal has been working out of CoSpace in Miami Gardens.
Yes.
Tribe Central. I have made friends, I have made acquaintances, I have made associates. I have built an event which is now flourishing there. I've been able to accomplish many things simply because I'm there, just there,
Yeah.
just existing there in that specific magical place.
That's right. So put yourself in an environment where thoughts are happening, ideas are happening. Sometimes, like you said, all you have to do is go and sit. Even if you don't know what's next or where I'm going, what I want to do, the energy of ideas is different. The energy of people doing things is different. The energy of people building things is different. And so I like what I love about Cold Space. I'm trying to have her on the show too, is that different people come together doing different things. So you can share businesses, we can share resources. So let's say you have a nonprofit, you need an accountant. Hey, Crystal, who's your accountant? Or you need an attorney. Hey, this person has a great attorney that put their business together. um I have someone that is getting married. Maybe they want a harpist. Do you do weddings? So um if you're not an do you think you have to be an extrovert to do this? Like some people say, I don't know how to talk to people. Do you think you have to be an extrovert to make it happen?
It helps if you socialize. It does. Do you have to be extroverted? I think there are ways to work it within your own personality. I don't want to go so far as to say, yes, it's a requirement you're an extrovert. But you have to find a way you do have to find a way to talk to people. You have to constantly self-promote. You have to talk about what you do. You have to have your elevator pitch together, all of that. You have to open your mouth if you want the Zelle to hit your account.
I love it. I love it. So if someone wants to get into music, um, what give me like a little elevator pitch for yourself. Somebody sees you and say, hey, she has her own academy, she's doing what I want to do. Give me like a little elevator pitch, or maybe even an encouraging statement or something you would tell them how you're living this dream, how you're doing it.
If there's something that you want to do in this life, doesn't matter what it is, If people tell you you're crazy for thinking it, even better, you get extra points. Do it. Don't let timing stop you. Don't let people stop you. Don't let money stop you. Absolutely nothing. You must do it. At least try.
I love it.
Simply because it makes you happy.
I love it. And so the trying, like you said, I feel like live with no regrets. Live with no regrets. Tomorrow isn't promised. So, like you said, let nothing stop you. The other thing I always say, you have to make a decision to let nothing stop you. Because once you don't decide, someone else can say, oh, let's do this. And then you have lost the time that you would have put into your business. So, all the things you said, I love, and then decide to let nothing stop you, even if you say for a week or a month. And then I feel like that momentum will carry you over. So, again, the tough times. What about the grant writing process? You said you knew how to write grants. How did you learn that?
I had a friend who is a grant writer reach out to me during the pandemic. Hey, I have this grant that I think your business should do. No, I'm good. Thanks so much. Okay. She came back. No, I don't really have the time. No. Okay. A few weeks later. Listen, if you tell me no this time, I'm going to respect it. But are you sure that you don't want this money? I said, okay, Crystal, stop. This is your friend. This is what she does. She has come to you now 3 times with this grant. Hear her out. She wouldn't put it in front of you if she didn't think you were worthy of it. I took a look at it. She wasn't asking me for anything I didn't have. And she was going to do all the work. I just had to give her the papers. So finally, it came down to, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I can't do it. I need a nap. And she writes back, I know you're tired. I know. It's just, I just need for you to give me this one little piece of paper.
Especially she's doing all the work.
She's doing everything. I just have to give her the paperwork. That's it. I said, listen, sleep when you're dead. Give her the paperwork and then roll over.
That's it.
$5,000 later. So I went, wait a minute. Wait. Stop everything. You are telling me that there is free money out there and all I have to do is jump through a couple of hoops? I have 2 degrees. I know something about hoop jumping. That changed my entire perspective on grants. And that particular year, I won a record number of grants. And ever since then, I'm always on the lookout for a grant. I'm always trying to work on a grant. I work on grants for fun.
Well, did you hear that, audience? So she's working on grants for fun. The other thing is maybe you can partner with someone, but people don't realize the time, the energy, the effort. I feel like that's almost a gift. People get paid a lot of money to write and be successful at obtaining the money for grants. It's the nuances, it's the things they ask for. So what was stopping you 1, 2, and almost a third time from saying yes?
I didn't. Why would they give me the money? And I discussed this with her. I said, that's how I felt after I won. Oh no, now I feel, why wouldn't they give me the money?
Yeah, why not? Why not? You are bringing joy into people's lives. You are bringing energy into people's lives. You are bringing skills into people's lives. I think people don't really understand the beauty of the arts and how it helps your mental health. It helps your spiritual health. It can help encourage you to be you. So, as you move forward with grants and things like that, are you also, as a nonprofit, not solely grant based, do you do other things like are you having people come in and you're teaching lessons and things like that to individuals?
Yes, I teach private lessons, ensembles whenever I can. We do a workshop. I have a wellness program where wellness providers come in and provide the children with experiences. We like to expose them to that as well. That was a huge push during the workshop last year. Do many different things. The recitals. Something that happened the other day. I have a very talented 8-year-old. I took her to a performance with me, to my actual job. I brought her with me because I knew she could do it. So she was sitting right there performing with me and the violinist as people were walking around. We were the entertainment. So she's not only a member of the academy, I also consider her a member of my performing company at age 8.
Wow, that's amazing. So you're giving opportunities, you are helping people with their wellness. Um, what can you say to encourage people to participate more in the arts?
Find yourself, develop that skill, whatever you're drawn to. It might be sketching, fashion, architecture, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
try something new. If you've never done it before, or you're curious about it, well, stop being curious and do something about it.
Do
You
something.
never know.
And so, in that curiosity, in that tryingness, what give some concrete things they can find when they try different things? What's going to open up for them? How will they be better? How will their life be expanded?
Confidence, how they carry themselves day to day, something to do. They may change their diet because, oh no, that's interfering with my dance class. Wait, that
I
can't
love
happen.
that. That's a good byproduct.
Oh no. We can't do that next month. I have to fly out to Arizona. I have a festival I have to attend. No, it can affect many different things. So
I love it. I love it. So just do it. I love it. Do something different. And for me, I see this as a big thing now. When I was in junior high school, I used to design denim. So all these people that are putting pictures and logos and patches and people used to pay me for that. So I kind of feel like even if you are on the businessy side, that creative side, opening up to that does just what you said. It gives you confidence. It helps you think better about your life and what you have to offer, what you have to give. Why are you here? It opens you up to new people, new ideas, new places to go. So if you had to encourage people and you told them something about getting their life or starting a business, do you have a couple of things you would tell them to do?
you need a tribe. You need a tribe. You need a tribe that will stay with you on the phone all day if you're in the ER. You need a tribe whom you can text at 10 a.m. I can't find this book, but we have to pray about it. I need this book. I can't find this book. You need someone who will call you. Are you okay? Do I need to bring dinner? You need someone, hey, I only have $50 and I need 75 to pay that cell phone bill. You need someone that will say, don't even worry about it. Here. And don't pay me back. You need all of these people.
You do. How do you make a tribe? How do you get a tribe? That's my last question, I promise. How do you get a tribe?
I like to invite people to tea.
Oh.
I like to invite people to tea. If I'm inviting someone to tea, that means I want them to be my friend.
So tea is it. I'm a tea drinker too, but I like tea. That's good though. And it's inexpensive. So you can do tea. Well, as I told you, this time was going to go by quick. So look into the camera and tell the audience how to find you.
I can be found on Instagram at LOH Academy. The website is www.ladyofharpacademy.org. The phone number is 866-592-5926.
Awesome. Again, I'm Dr. Carolyn Edwards, and this is Get Your Life. If you are stuck, you don't know which way to turn, we talked about some awesome ideas and nuggets of wisdom to help you get your life. You can get this podcast on all major podcast platforms, as well as youtube.com at Dr. Carolyn Edwards. And don't forget to subscribe, like it, and share it with people that need to hear this. And remember, in a world where you can be anything, just be you, be amazing, be great. Until next time.